Welcome to another Next Talks. Today with Danilo Pagano from Lundbeck, for whom we prepared some very challenging and tough questions. But first and foremost, Danilo, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I'm fine in this crazy time with the pandemic, but still good. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. So let's deep dive into the conversation. First question. Danilo, please explain how from graduating aerospace you ended up in pharma.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit weird, even to me. After my graduation, I still had to do the military service at that time in Italy. And so I gave to my brother the mandate to touch base with a few aerospace companies. And by mistake, my brother gave my resume to a company that at that time was called Anderson Consulting. And these guys basically were looking for engineers just to implement and execute the digital transformation into the companies from a business standpoint. So was not really my intention, but in the end it was sounded very interesting to me. So I ended up in consulting, and after a journey through several industries, finally I joined the pharmaceutical industry. That's a long story short.
Thank you. So you're doing digital transformation already for a while, right?
Yes, it has been my topic, I think, since the very beginning. I went through several industries like the consumer good, the telco, aerospace and defense, medical device, consumer electronics, and the topic has been always, I mean, what we can say the fil rouge has been the digital transformation, especially marketing and sales, of course.
Fantastic. Next question. Who is Danilo as leader and what leadership style do you try to accomplish?
Well, I think I'm an inclusive leader. I strongly believe that teamwork really is a crucial component to make innovation happen in any company, especially in pharmaceutical industry that is very traditional and conservative. Very often disruption and innovation comes from the bottom. So I see myself as a leader, sometimes as a kind of gardener watering the seeds of innovation that can come. I think, especially right now, it's a very interesting period to be in the industry because we are nowadays hiring a lot of these data scientists, data engineers, and people really focus on something that is quite unusual. And the innovation can come from these guys. So my role is just to let them go and try to push innovation to the senior leadership.
Thank you. Next question. Did your leadership style changed during the whole pandemic?
Well, I would say not really. I think pandemic has been an accelerator for all of us, especially in this industry. I always say technology was already available even before the pandemic, but that was a matter of change management, of a mindset change, and we were forced to do that. So I would say through the pandemic, I didn't change my style. I was even more convinced that digital and technology can really bring a lot of value, and it's not only about commercial where I do see it right now, but it's also in R&D, in product development and supply chain. I think digital and technology can really unleash the full potential of any treatments. And working at Lundbeck, that is very much about mental health and brain diseases, digital can do even more. So I'm even more convinced, if I can say that, and even in my leadership style, I'm pushing even more. This is my role. I mean, into the senior leadership, the idea that digital innovation, technology can bring a lot of value in this industry, and specifically in my role.
Thank you, Danilo. Next one is my favorite question, which is: as a consultant, you've worked in the past for your client Nokia. What did you learn from that whole situation with Nokia? We all know how the story went. It was a huge company, one of the biggest mobile producers, same like BlackBerry, but now they are gone. So what did you learn for working for Nokia?
Well, Dario, this is, this brings me to a personal story about that. So, a few months before the collapse of the entire company, I was in Helsinki in the Nokia house, build a big headquarters, a big building where all the Nokia headquarters was based. And I was having a big meeting with, marketeers and people from the supply chain, from manufacturing. And at that time, few people in marketing in Nokia realized that there was a big change happening in the world with the iPhone and with the overall approach. I mean, was not only the hardware specific and characteristic, but was more this ecosystem of apps and applications around the device. And these persons, I remember there were a couple of ladies, they were arguing that Nokia should have done the same approach and the same pathway towards a kind of ecosystem where developers and people all around the world would have been able to build application and solution on Nokia device. Well, the reaction from the engineers and I would say traditional people, mainly from manufacturing, was no, was a big no. Was we strongly believe that Nokia has been so appreciated among our customers because of the rock solid design and hardware and the way we manufacture the overall thing. Let give the others, and developers the ability to do this without our involvement and without any kind of role that Nokia can play. Well, that was a big mistake, and I believe it was really the beginning of the end for Nokia. And to me, so the personal learning from my side is that innovation can come and can disrupt your business overnight. Even if you are a market leader, such a big brand like Nokia, very consolidated among customers and top of minds for many of them, it happened, right? So I'm trying to also apply the same lessons, the same learnings into the pharmaceutical industry. And trying also to scare a little bit my colleague and say, listen, this can happen also to us. I mean, the Google, the Apple can come, the Amazon can come and say, okay, wait a moment, even though you are pill manufacturers, you are pharmaceuticals, maybe we can do things better than what you do guys right now. Maybe you can keep R&D and then we can disrupt overall the commercial organization, the supply chain, because in the end of the day, Amazon can do this job 10 times better than us. So it's, well, it was again a big learnings from my side and something that I bring with myself during my life now.
Very interesting, very interesting. And the same happened to BlackBerry as well. Okay.
Yes.
What are your personal beliefs which drive you to constant business changes and transformation?
As I said, I still like the idea to see myself as an innovation agent into an industry that is very traditional, that is very conservative, and is really so reluctant to change. So what really drives my action is the idea that even in this industry, even with so many restrictions, so many barriers, also for new joiners in the industry, I believe technology and digital can do a lot and can bring a lot of value. And again, especially when it comes to brain health, mental diseases, digital can do even more. Think about, I don't know, the first video games approved by FDA as a self-treatment for kids with ADHD, for example, right? So it's really something super new. So we don't have any pills, we don't have any medication. It's just technology. It's just an application where kids can really get benefit. I think this is just the beginning of a new journey for this industry, and especially when it comes to brain health, we can do much more. 3 years ago, was approved also the first digital pill when one of our partners, Otsuka, working together with Peer Therapeutics, they had the first digital pill where there was a sensor in the pill. So when you digest the pill, this sensor can send some data to a patch on the arm, and then to a device. I mean, this is something amazing. This is something so new that can open new frontiers for the space, right? So digital is much more than customer engagement. Digital is digital therapeutics, is digital medicine, it's also telemedicine, because we are now within pandemic time, we are seeing more and more physicians and patients dealing with the system and technology to get visited or to get in touch with their patients or to get in touch with each other. So telemedicine is just in the beginning. Everything is so new, and I think even payers and regulators are adapting the restrictions and the overall policies to this new reality. So the best is really yet to come, Daniel.
Thank you very much, Danilo. And let's move forward to the best part, which are the quick fire questions. And my first question is related to your home country, which is the fabulous Italy. You were born in Naples, but I wonder, what do you miss most from this beautiful country, Italy?
Well, I mean, for sure, the bright sky. Now that it's winter in Denmark, it's always dark. Today we have a sunny day, but it's quite an exception. Usually it's foggy, it's cloudy, and super gray. So we have to really survive these 4 or 5 months. And of course, the food from my home country.
Then the next question is extremely simple for you, which is pizza or smørrebrød? The original one, the Napolitana, or?
Precisely, Dario. So never do the mistake to just go for a different pizza. The one from Naples is the original one, the true one.
Exactly. I'm also a huge fan of that one, so no worries. Best destination you visited so far?
Sorry, say it again?
Best destination you visited so far?
Well, I would say, I mean, I'm also a big traveler with my family, but to me, number one in the rank is Patagonia, so South America.
Fantastic. And Danilo in private? Who is Danilo in private?
Well, I mean, I would say, a guy who loves reading a lot of books and also business book to stay really up to date when it comes to, for example, innovation, when it comes to something new and what can really impact the industry. I also like traveling a lot, as I said, spending time with my family, of course, and the kids. But I have two big passions. One is astronomy. In the end of the day, I'm an aerospace engineer, right? So I like the stars. I like all these, topics around the space exploration and the big things that we are doing on Mars and the different planets. And my second passion is football, soccer. I'm a big fan of Napoli team, and this is also something that means a lot because I was also used to go to the stadium and see my team playing in the Serie A. But hopefully I will get there back during Christmas time and we'll have the chance to see another match.
Fantastic. Danilo, was a great pleasure. Thank you so much. All the best for upcoming holiday season and take very good care.
Thank you, Dario. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and to our folks around the globe.
Goodbye.